Hi everybody, thought I'd do a YouTube video for you to show you how to use bobbins when changing your colours on working a graph. The first thing you're going to need is obviously your yarn, your graph. This is one of mine off of my group Creators R Us, which is free to download. Just a really simple one for you to learn the basics. Just two colours. And I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bobbins just for this one. You're going to need your bobbins. These are ones that I've bought from the shop. I think you can get two different sizes in the States. These are the ones that I've found in the UK. But you can use plastic canvas, cardboard, pegs, even the spring-loaded pegs. Or even just carry on using your balls of yarn, but it will tangle up, so you'll have to keep untangling it every few rows. A pair of scissors, a pen, and obviously your hook, whatever size you want to use. I've already done a couple of rows on mine to get me started. I've got my first bobbin attached, so I'm going to do the first row, and I need 7. Now I'm working in double crochet UK terms, which is a single crochet in American terms. I'll just see if I've done my chain 1, which I've not. So just attach my yarn. Okay. Chain 1 and go into your first stitch. Right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only need 7 in white. On my last stitch, you don't complete the stitch before you change colour. You leave your 2. You just put your hook through, your yarn over, and pull it through. Bring this colour, this white, over to the front of your work, because then when you've finished that row and you turn it round, the yarn is on the correct side of the work for you to carry on. So I need my pink. Okay, leave quite a long tail because you've got to sew the tails in when you've finished your work. So just hold on to your yarn and finish your stitch, and I need 2 in the pink. That's 1, 2. Again, bring your yarn to the front, out the way. Now I've overwound my bobbins, so you'll probably notice that they'll keep coming undone. And change to the white again, and I need 16 in the white. Finish that last stitch off with the white, but it has bought the 2 pink, you've got your 2 pink stitches even though you've finished it in white. And I need 16 in white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, and then your last stitch, hook through, yarn over and pull it through, line my bobbin up, bring it to the front, get my pink, again leave quite a long tail, finish that stitch, and then I need 2 in the pink, 1, 2, again bring it to the front and join the white. So you've got your 2 pink stitches, but the white is joined, and then just finish your row, obviously making sure you've got the right amount of stitches. and that's the end of your first row. All your bobbins are at the front of your work, and you will notice where I've joined the new colours it'll be a bit loose. Just pull the yarn and it will tighten it up. Right, I'm getting in a mess. So I'm going to chain one and turn it round. Turn it round, and the bobbins are on the back of the work ready for you to do the next row. Now you can work your graph whichever way you want. You can even work it from side to side, bottom to top, or even top down. I do my first couple of plain rows, and I always work the first row from right to left, but you can work it left to right, it doesn't matter. Whichever is easier for you. I haven't found it makes any difference. Other people might say it does. So I'm going to mark off my first row of colour so I don't get lost, and now we're going to do this row. So again, I need 7 in white. We've done our chain up into the first stitch. 1, untangle my yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The last stitch, hook through, yarn over and bring the yarn through. Bring your bobbin over to the front of your work again and pick your pink colour up. Finish that last stitch of white off. This time I need 4 pink. So we'll do 1, 2. I'm now going to crochet over 2 white stitches from the previous row. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick the white up from the previous and just hold it across the top of the work. So I'm going to I'll finish that stitch off. I'm going to put my hook through the next stitch, but also under the white thread. And I'm going to crochet the thread in with this stitch. That's 1, 2. If it looks a little bit loose, just give it a little bit of a pull and it'll tighten it up. So that's my 4 in pink. Bring your yarn round to the front, and then I need to do 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's my last stitch. Bring the yarn forward. Now my pink yarn is here, and I've got 2 stitches separating the pink from the white. So I just finish that white stitch off with the pink, and it's pulled it across. Make sure you go through the stitch and under that strand of pink yarn that you've pulled across, and just crochet. Now on where the pink and the white stitch meet, on the other side you'll see it's sort of going diagonal across the stitch. So you can just go through, but if you just go through the stitch you're going to miss the pink and you'll have a strand that doesn't look very nice across your work. So try and get the pink across the top of your hook as well, and then just crochet that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring your yarn to the front, carry on with your white. 1, 7, chain 1 and turn. So where you've carried the yarn you can't see it. I would only advise you carrying your yarn across another colour and crocheting it in for 5 stitches maximum. If you've got a gap like that, if you're crocheting along and then you need another gap of say 10 stitches, you do 10 stitches in one colour and you've got to start another colour, start another bobbin. Don't carry too much yarn. So we'll do another row, and this time's mark it off my pattern. This time I need 8 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 8th stitch is going to be on the pink. So pick your pink yarn up, go through your stitch and under that pink yarn. So you crochet in the stitch and the pink yarn to do your 8th stitch. Nearly finished it. Bring your white forward and finish the stitch in the pink. And I need 4 pink. 1, 2, 3. Your 4th one is going to be a white stitch, so you need to pick your white yarn up, so under the stitch and under the white yarn. So you crochet in the stitch and the white yarn to move it over one stitch, and that's my 4th stitch. Bring your pink over, out the way. The ends do get in your way sometimes. Right, and then we're going to carry on with the white. As you can see, you can't see any strands of a different colour on one top of each other. You can't see the strand of white on top of the pink or the pink on top of the white. So then I need 10 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hook through, yarn over, bring it round. Wind your bobbin up so it's not too loose. Oops, got that wrapped round. Right, your pink. If you look on the other side of the work, if I bring the pink across to do that stitch, it's going to just hang on the back of the work, so that's what we're trying to hide. So I finished the stitch off and it's brought it across, so we've got to hide that. So you put your hook through your loops on your stitch and make sure that strand is above your hook, across the top of your hook. So you're crocheting the stitch and that strand of yarn together, and we do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring your yarn forward and carry on with your white. But again, you're going to finish this stitch off with the white and you're going to have a strand showing on the other side of the work. So you hook through the loops on your stitch and make sure the white is across the top of the hook as well, and work it all together. And finish the row. It does get easier to handle the more rows you do, because you've got your strands ready to be sewn in. They do get in the way. But my daughter learnt to crochet 4 months ago using the doing the graphs using the cut and tie method. I've since taught her to carry the yarn. She's been doing it for a month and she finds it really easy now. Just put your yarn. And that's the row you've just completed. Turn it round. And with graphs, obviously, because you're carrying the yarn, you'll get a mirror image on the back. If you're making cushions, you don't have to sew the loose ends in on the back because you're not going to be able to see it. So for easiness and for quickness, and so I don't get bored at the end of my project, every 10 rows or so I will sew and weave these ends in. Otherwise, when you finish your project, if it's quite a big one, you've then got to sit and sew all those ends in both sides. Right, while we paused the camera, I've done another couple of rows and wanted to show you, I'm down, so when I started the graph I had 5 colour changes. We're now on to 3 colour changes, so basically these 2 I don't need anymore. You don't need to leave them attached to your work, just unravel it a little bit, leave a long end and just cut it off. They're out your way and they're ready if you need them again further along your graph. And then if I turn it round, you see all the coloured strands at the moment are on the back side of the work. They will need to be woven in. Again, sometimes you might get a little bit of a hole. Don't panic, don't worry about it, just pull the end and it will tighten it up nicely. And then when you weave your ends in, obviously weave the white on the white, the pink on the pink, so you can't see it. And that's the first 10 rows of the graph. No horrible strands where I've carried the yarn, it's all neatly hidden, you can't see it. Simple. Once you get used to it, it is really, really simple. Even if you're a new person to crocheting, once you've mastered that stitch, it's the one stitch the whole way through. Anybody can do it. So I hope that's helped. I hope I haven't confused you too much. You are more than welcome to come and join us at Crocreators Are Us. My name's Nikki Bacon, I own the group and I own Crocreators. Pop along, join us, you know, have a laugh, show us what you're working on, come and download some of the free patterns to try. And I look forward to seeing you.